This video, we're gonna replace the logic board on my LiftMaster garage door opener. So I just had a lightning strike in the house. A bunch of things went kaput. The garage door opener itself basically started opening and closing way too fast, and it slammed shut. There's no soft close like it's supposed to do. So pretty much the older garage door openers would have control knobs inside that would adjust that soft close. And this thing is 2 years old, so supposedly these new systems, it's built right into the circuitry. And yeah, I mean, I guess it's a common problem. You got a lightning strike, the whole thing starts to act funny like that. Little things get burnt out. So yeah, that's great. But anyway, the board itself was $150 on their website. You just check the model numbers on the back and cross-check it on their website, the compatibility matrix, and you just basically would order one of the new boards still being made that'll be compatible with your older garage door opener. So before you do anything, don't waste your money just yet. Number one, you want to double check the springs on the garage door opener. So you're basically going to take that red pull cord there to disengage the garage door opener and try to lift and close the garage door with one hand. If it takes 2 or 3 hands, then you got an issue with the spring. Get a professional to come out and take a look at it for you. Don't waste your time. If it's easy to lift and close with one hand, we're going to proceed. Number 2, if your area like mine is prone to lightning strikes, just stop and get a surge protector. You're just flushing money down the drain if it happens again. I have one for the house and for the sub panel for my detached garage. In addition, but those things will handle much higher joule ratings. They don't handle the lower joule ratings, so I got a small one from Amazon, which will handle the smaller range of joules. So there's no, because like I said, these things can go crazy with any kind of surge. So better safe than sorry, guys. So it's really not rocket science. Number 1, unplug the damn thing. Number 2, you're gonna want to remove these 2 items here. You're gonna push down with you could use your nail or a screwdriver and then pull the cord out. It's pretty color coded pretty easily. And then you're gonna remove these 4 screws here, one in there, with the Phillips on all 4 sides. Proceed at your own risk, guys. Number 1 probably would help to get a magnetized screwdriver so you don't lose the screws. Number 2, try to avoid touching any of that stuff inside there. Maybe it just hasn't been fully discharged. There's your motor. Yeah, and number 3, helps to get a photo of this before you take this apart. You can kind of pull it apart like I started to do, or you can get some needle nose pliers to help you out. Definitely read your manual. In this case, it was just very simple, straightforward. This is the old one I'm going to take out. From first glance, I mean, everything looks the same. The new piece has some more components, which is kind of odd, but looking at this, I really have no idea what could have gotten fried. No caps are bulged, so it's one of those things where I'm techie enough, but I would not even know where to start. So just better to just replace the whole unit. Pretty good bargain for $150, I guess. A little pricey, but it is what it is. Nothing to it. Just match up the holes. These little levers right here. Make the put the 2 screws in, and we're good. Don't forget to put the new antenna through the hole like it was before, and we're gonna pop it back in up there. All right, so get all of your little wires here connected. Get all 4 screws in, and then you're gonna plug in. Got my thingy here from my old Acura, the HomeLink. And yeah, so you will have to reprogram your keypads, remote, car stuff, HomeLink. But before you do, you've got to program the up and down position. So you're gonna hold down the adjust button. You're gonna open it to the desired position you want at the top. You're gonna adjust accordingly. I think not too high. I think that's good. And then you're gonna hit that adjust. And then you're going to do down below. So when we're at the bottom position, it's going to, I hit learn, now it's going to do an up and down and set those force points on its own. See that? Went up and down. It slowed down. And then it's going to do the same thing down below to make sure everything is just right. And there you have it. You'll probably want to replace the weather strip and redo the up and down position again, but there you go. Now you just program your stuff and you're good to go.